Taiwan and France have a long history of vibrant exchanges in areas like tourism, education, and technology. Formosa News reporter Stephany caught up with France's de facto ambassador to Taiwan to get the latest on plans for the bilateral relationship.
France's representative in Taiwan, Jean-Francois Casabonne-Masonnave, has just returned to Taiwan from France. He says that despite the pandemic, exchanges between Taiwan and France remain strong, with much collaboration in the making. One venture is a French film that will be filmed in Taipei.
It's a movie which is going to be shot in Taipei. Actually, the story is a real story of a French young man, and his life was taking place in Algeria, in France, and in Taiwan, in Taipei. The team expect to come shooting part of the movie in Taipei at the end of this year. This is typically a good example of the exchanges and the deep exchanges and relationships we enjoy between the Taiwanese youth and the French youth.
This month, a group of French lawmakers will visit Taiwan. Casabonne-Masonnave believes that this meeting will open doors for new exchanges between Taiwan and France.
We're still working on the organization of this visit, and actually the senators were expecting to and waiting to visit Taiwan since a few months, but due to the COVID pandemic, we had to delay. So I will not have more details on the program of the visit for the moment, because it's a visit between Parliament, French Parliament to the Taiwanese Parliament. But of course, this is a very important event because we are still living in a constrained environment here in Taiwan. So there's a common will from France and from Taiwan side to renew that kind of exchanges. And I have no doubt that that will open a new season, I would say, of exchanges of all kinds between France and Taiwan.
As for investment, Casabonne-Masonnave said that French manufacturers have a strong presence in Taiwan. But he said that Taiwanese investment in France is lower than hoped. He says the semiconductor sector is a good area for cooperation between Taiwan and France.
In Europe and in France, we have been neglecting too much during the last 20 years this issue of the production of semiconductors. We have French companies which are very efficient, but not as much efficient as the Taiwanese, and we have a lot to learn from them, and probably to develop cooperations. More generally, I consider that the Taiwanese companies are not investing enough in the French territories as they do in other European countries. France has a good reputation in different fields in Taiwan, but not in the engineer and technology fields. So we have to make it better known to make the Taiwanese companies discover the opportunities of investing in France and exchange our know-hows and expertise.
Casabonne-Masonnave has served as the French office in Taipei director since 2019. He looks forward to continuing to advance ties between Taiwan and France. Formosa News, Stephany Yang, Chen Shenhan in Taipei.